Christmas, everybody! That's right, I'm doing a review on Christmas. So, Santa Claus movies. Oh no, I'm not talking about this one, although we will review that next year. I'm talking about Tim Allen's greatest performance since until a toy who thinks he's a space ranger. We're reviewing all three of the Santa Claus movies. It's gonna be a treat. So, what's the first one called about? Well, it's about this man named Scott. Have you ever wondered whatever happened if Santa ever died? Like, if someone murdered him, what would happen? Would that be the end of Christmas? No, it wouldn't be, my friends. And because you see, what happens when you murder Santa, you get his coat, you put on his jacket, and you become the new and maybe even improved Santa Claus. So we meet this guy I named Scott Calvin, did I pronounce that right? Who's trying to do his best as to make his son happy, while trying to avoid his ex-wife's nagging and trying to be the best dad for him. But by accident, he accidentally killed Santa Claus, so he has to be the new Santa Claus. I've always wondered, actually, but what would happen if a woman killed Santa Claus, or a dog? And if they had to put on the coat, wouldn't that dog transform into a human? And wouldn't the woman become a man, or become Mrs. Claus, or something like that? I don't know. Whatever. So they go. So yeah. Throughout the we're met by this elf named Bernard after the new Santa give toys to the boys and girls. Says they'll meet him back on Black Friday. Throughout the year, Scott has proven to have signs of Santa Clausness, like getting a beard, getting a bit of a gut. That makes him more and more like Santa Claus. But his boy Charlie, he keeps telling everyone, like his mom and dad, his school, that what his dad does is Santa Claus. Well, everyone's trying to not believe it. Well, Scott just, we generally feel bad for Scott and his kid. Like, we don't want poor Scott to lose his child privileges with his ex-wife. And he actually wants to be Santa Claus, It's sad. I love the look on his face when his ex-wife and his ex-wife's husband see the look on their face. I love seeing the look on their faces when they found out he actually is Santa Claus. It takes this idiot a while to realize. Anyway, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the first one's kind of boring. It's mostly about my dad's Santa Claus. No, he's not, Charlie, but he is. I don't know if I am Santa Claus or not. It's just wash, rinse, repeat. We don't want to see Scott lose his precious boy, and we do want him to be Santa Claus. It's just that. But I like it when we do it. When Charlie said, "Nah, I think I'm gonna do the family business," I was all like, "So you're gonna kill your dad?" Anyway, yeah, the Santa Claus, I give it a solid 7. It's a bit boring, but I guess I'm not its audience. I do love the sequels that come after it. Anyway, what's... Let me get the picture. But Santa Claus 2 all about? Well, it takes place a couple of years after the first one. See, Charlie, instead of the cute kid he was in the first movie, instead he's a bit of a punk teenager who likes to be a little bit naughty and has problems with his principal. Anyway, and it's revealed that that Scott needs to get himself married before Christmas, or else he stops being Santa Claus. So wait, this hasn't happened before? Like, he never had to get married in the first one? Like, what about the other Santa? Didn't he have to get married? And if he did get married, what happened to the Mrs. Claus on that one? Again, never really gets explained on that. But he gets replaced with a toy Santa, which is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, by this new character who's never been official in the first one until now, named Curtis. He makes the machine that makes the toy Santa. Yeah. But on the way, the toy Santa tries to adapt, but then he starts, get addicted to the rules. So far, he becomes a dictator on Christmas. He thinks that all the children of the world are naughty. He's basically like that robot Santa from Futurama. Only instead of killing people, he just wants to give them coal. He thinks they're all naughty, even though they're kids, dude. They're kids. I get it. Rules are rules, but still, you can't really blame them being sticky as naughty. Like, seriously, he thinks they're naughty just because they're sticky? I'll admit, kids are sticky and it's weird, but it's not really a bad thing. He just hasn't really washed their hands. Anyway, so during the way, while Scott was being Santa, his ex-wife, and her husband had a daughter named Luce. And Scott becomes the uncle. He takes one of the reindeers with him, and he's got like a little bit of magic to help him get back. He waits it all because he's trying to impress as Charlie's principal. Well, apparently he falls in love with the principal. But he tries to confess to her about him being Santa. She kicks him out. And then Charlie tells her because he sort of has problems. I mean, his dad is the best thing in the world, and he can't tell anyone about it because he doesn't want to go through the same thing we went through in the last movie. The point is, he learns a lesson, and Scott learns a lesson as well. And they try and get back together. Point is, I like the climax where Scott is trying to stop the toy Santa, and then the toy Santa nearly kills him. I'm not gonna lie, that part when the toy Santa nearly kills the real Santa, I was like, all right, St. P. Wood, you're dead. And anyway, he ups the toy Santa, he gets married, becomes the real Santa. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a good idea. I like the climax where all the elves are fighting the toy soldiers toy Santa made. Aiden, not gonna lie. Also, so we get introduced to other characters like the Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, Sandman, and Mother Nature. You name it. You name it. And even a new one we'll see in the third one. And last but certainly not least, but sadly, the last one in the series, the Santa Claus 3. Oh, I forgot to mention. Santa Claus number 2, it's like a 9 out of 10 in my book. It's pretty cool. I think it's better than the first. And the Santa Claus 3, he made like a couple of years after. Anyway, how is Scott doing now that he's married? Well, in this movie, he's trying to balance work and family time. And ever since him got married to Charlie's principal, well, things have been kind of crazy. See, for once, Scott's going to be a dad again. And 2, he has to try to impress his in-laws by not telling he's Santa. But he can't. But eventually he does in the end, eventually. On the way, we're introduced by this new character to play who's Jack Frost. Who's the actor? I forgot. I only know him in Ben and from Treasure Planet, really. I only know him in Ben from Treasure Planet. Anyway, what does Jack Frost? He's the villain of the movie. What he tries to do is he tries to become the new Santa. Because apparently there is a Santa failsafe. I think, I don't know. What he has to do is he has to hold the snow globe he was given by Bernard, and which, by the way, Bernard's never in this movie. Like, Santa Claus 2 is the last time we ever see of him. My guess is he retired. Point is, if Scott gets a hold of the snow globe and shakes it and says, "I wish I was never Santa at all," things will go back. He will never. He gets a chance to not become Santa. Because it's but anyway, he hides the snow globe in right behind Red Deer machine. Get it? Red Deer? Forget it. Anyway, he shows his niece Luce about the snow globe, and yeah. Jack Frost manages to get a hold of it and drive in Santa to the point where he sometimes wishes it. He tricks him, and they go back in time. So Scott is back to being a businessman, and Jack Frost, he becomes the new Santa. Christ, he looks creepy. Anyway, everything's all wrong now. I mean, him and his ex-wife becomes an ex-wife again. And Luce hangs out with her dad in the North Pole. Scott's and Charlie's principal moved away, never becoming a principal in the first place. Charlie's all angry at his dad. Point is, everyone's just downright peeved at Scott. Like, him never becoming Santa made the whole family miserable. And they all blame it on Scott. Anyway, and the North Pole is no improvement. It's miserable. All the elves are miserable. All the reindeer are kept in a petting zoo where they hate it. The parents have to pay for their children to be on the nice list. Jack turned the North Pole into an amusement park. It's horrible. Every kid's a brat, and the reindeer are miserable. The elves are miserable. But luckily, thanks to Lucy being there conveniently, he manages to trick Jack back into holding onto the snow globe, and with a recorder pen Jack made, the globe thinks that he said he wished he was never Santa Claus at all. I thought he had to shake the thing. Whatever. Point is, he stops Jack, and the in-laws find out about their, like, the dad finds out that he's in-law Father Christmas or something, grand Father Christmas in-law or something, and the mother's. The point is, it's kind of a touching moment, and even Jack got a little bit of a redemption. Apparently, loose hugs are so warm it can melt a frozen heart, turning Jack and then Jack started off as was this freaky guy into this kind man, and over a hug. Oh, that counts as redemption. And also, Lucy's parents get frozen, but then they get unfrozen when she, unfreezes them and stuff. And yeah, the baby is born, naming him Buddy. I think that's a trivia to the movie Elf. Personally, I feel like it should have been Arthur, Arthur Christmas. But whatever, they call him Buddy, so fine, whatever. It's not my kid, so, Anyway, those were the 3 Santa Claus movies. What can I say? I downright enjoyed them. Some scenes don't add up, and first one's a bit boring in my book. Oh, Santa Claus 3 gets 9 out of 10 in my book. Yeah, sorry if this video was a bit rushed, you guys. I'm just, I'm gonna have Christmas dinner. You hear those noises? This is that you're hearing? That's my mum cooking Christmas dinner. So sorry if this video is a bit of a rush. Anyway, yeah. I give this series a 10 out of 10. It's an awesome trilogy. I wish there was a Santa Claus 4. Or, it could have been, the 4th one could have been about Buddy. Maybe he thinks he could be the heir to Santa or something like that. Charlie, I don't know. Point is, it would have been a nice movie. Point is, I wish it never ended up free. Point is, go give the Santa Claus trilogy a watch, and I'll definitely review Santa Claus the movie next year. Oh, and by the way, this review shout out goes to someone very special. Someone who means a lot to me. This review shout out goes to my mother. My mother owns her own YouTube channel. Only got 5 subscribers. The channel's called Cheryl Curran, and there's a little thing at the end of the thing. Go check out my mom's channel. What happens in her channel? I don't know. She has old footage of old concerts or something. Point is, this review shout out goes to my mother, the one who made me to be the F-Man critic. Without her, the F-Man wouldn't exist. Yes. Anyway, go check out Cheryl Curran's, aka my mom's channel. Is the F-Man critic telling you to like, subscribe, and Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year.